Welcome back to SpeedWeeks, everyone. We are here at Daytona International Speedway for the running of the Gatorade Duels 125. I am your commentator and driver of the number 21 Rockwell Automation Chevrolet, Mikey McBlam, and we are here to set the field for the Daytona 500 that will premiere this Sunday on McBlam Racing. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this race underway so we can go ahead and set the field for the 500. The Gatorade 125 determine the starting positions for the Daytona 500. The first race will determine the inside row and the second race will determine the outside row. The front row for the Daytona 500 is based off qualifying time alone and not the 125s. So if we win this race, either way, we are still starting on the pole. Let's go ahead and get it going with MRN and the starting lineup of the field.
Now let's take a look at the starting lineup. Starting out front are the 21 car and the DeWalt Power Tools Ford. Starting in row 2 will be the Ganassi Racing Dodge and the Lowe Chevrolet. In row 3 are the Pennzoil Chevrolet and the Sprint Dodge. In row 4 are the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet and the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge. Rounding out the top 10 starting spots are the 117 car and the UAW Delphi Chevrolet. The 6th row has the 16 car and the Home Depot Pontiac. In row 7 are the Dale Jr. Chevrolet and the Tide Ford. Starting the race from row 8 are the 142 car and the 41 car. And in row 9 are the M&M's Pontiac and the 127 car. Starting in row 10 will be the Alltel Ford and the 98 car. And finally, starting from the rear of the field will be the 63 car.
And that's how they will line up for the Gatorade 125 Duels here at Daytona International Speedway. Let's go ahead and get the race underway as we're getting ready to set the field for the 500. Green flags in the air, we're racing.
Number 17,
Slight advantage to Matt Kenseth as we have to pull a big block on Sterling Marlin. That got us a little bit out of shape, but we do have the speed going into third gear as we get everything out of it, and here is where the horsepower shows. Matt Kenseth's going to come down the block Sterling Marlin just a little bit to maintain that second spot. He wants to start third in the 500 as we are pulling one heck of a gap on this field. Showing off that Richard Childress horsepower here at Daytona. It's no surprise that we're out front real early. Pulling a big gap on this field. Will they be able to catch us? It's hard to say. As we come to complete lap 1 of the Gatorade Duels. Now, we don't have to win this race in order to maintain our pole position in the 500. We just have to finish. But whoever finishes second to us is going to finish third as we got just a little bit loose to the center of the turn there. And this car under low downforce conditions has been proven to be a bit of a handful, especially since I haven't raced in over 2 months. But look at Sterling Marlin. Here he comes as we go to turns 3 and 4. Car is not handling the best. We're starting to scrub off a little bit of speed, and that's going to allow Sterling Marlin to catch up to us as he is showing some serious horsepower here at the Gatorade Duels as we come to complete lap 2. Sterling Marlin is right there on us. He gets to our back bumper. He's going to draft us into turns 1 and 2. He's going to look to the high side, but he's got no help to get around us. As we'll come up just a little bit loose off of 2 that time, but we go down to back straightaway. We're going to try to maintain, keep him behind us. Kind of park the bus a little bit going into turns 3 and 4. We're going to run right around the bottom of the racetrack. Here he comes. He's looking. Can't quite get the run that he needs. He's going to kind of just hang back there and just kind of lay in wait. We're going to break the draft down the front stretch here as we come through the tri-oval. 2 laps to go as we come to the line. We managed to pull a little bit of a gap on him that time, but he's going to catch us here through these turns. We don't have the best of handling of a car. We're going to have to adjust that just a little bit. But look at Marlin. Looking on the high side, we come down to the bottom of the racetrack to break the draft. So we're going to go to the high side. Bring it back down to the bottom. Ooh, tried to make the block there. But that just kind of showed us what kind of handling we have there. We can't make those moves from the bottom to the top of the track and expect to keep the car in shape. White flag, 1 to go. Here we go through the bottom of the racetrack, all the way through turns 1 and 2. Sterling Marlin looking, tries to get him a run. Can't quite complete the pass. As we come to the top of the racetrack, come down to the bottom to break the draft. We're going to come back up, and let's make this a little bit interesting as we're going to go into turns 3 and 4. We're going to take the high side, as Sterling Marlin will most likely take the low side. Here we come, side by side into turns 3 and 4.
Hold your line. He's still there.
Advantage Sterling Marlin, but here we come with the side draft.
Still there.
This is the finish of the Gatorade Duels. What's to come in Daytona? Side by side as we come to the stripe, and we win the Gatorade Duels at Daytona for the 3rd time in a row. Sterling Marlin 2nd, Michael Waltrip 3rd.
The yellow flag didn't fly at all in this one.
Yeah, and that can be physically exhausting to these drivers. Not only do the cautions give them a chance to catch up on the racetrack, it also gives both their minds and their bodies a little break. They have all got to be drained after that one.
The 21 car grabs the victory.
All the hard work this week has just paid off for that team. That was an awesome win.
Okay guys, so here is the race results. In an awesome finish, we win the Gatorade Duels over Sterling Marlin, who comes in 2nd. Michael Waltrip comes in 3rd. 4th is Matt Kenseth. 5th is Dale Earnhardt Jr. 6th is Tony Stewart. 7th is Eli Gold. 7th is Steve Park. 8th is Kenny Schrader. And 8th is Steve Park. 9th is Kenny Schrader, and rounding out the top 10 is Chad Chaffin in the number 16. And here are the rest of the race results, where you can pick out your favorite driver from duel number 1. Time of race 4 minutes and 9 seconds thereabouts. Average speed of 181 miles per hour, and the margin of victory about 0.07 seconds. You can see Jimmy Johnson finished in last place. So, yep, that's the end of the race, guys. It was so much fun at the end. I had to make it a little bit interesting. I was just like, I mean, I could just pull off the block, but I'm just like, let's see if I can race him to the line. Let's see if I can actually beat him. Let's see what kind of speed I actually have. But I also know one thing now. I know Sterling Marlin is going to be the car to watch out for. So I have to keep that in mind come race day on Sunday, or in a few minutes. In my time, in a few minutes. In your time on Sunday. So that's going to be something I have to watch out for. Is Sterling Marlin with that speed? I had no idea he would have that kind of speed here at Daytona, but he does. He's pulling off some serious stuff here. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting, and I hope to see you guys there. Thank you guys for tuning in to McBlam Racing on McBlam Entertainment, where we try to bring a little enjoyment to your day every day. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you at the 500.